So I'm just minding my business and I get so many messages, people telling me, look what just happened with Alibaba. Can you guess this? Who would have thought that Charlie Munger sold half of his position, 50 down percent? He had 600,000 shares and he sold it down 50%. So now he has 300,000 shares. 15% of his portfolio. So what the hell happened? Is Baba down bad? What are we looking at? Because honestly, a lot of people's thesis was maybe based on Charlie Munger, or they felt comfortable investing with Charlie Munger and felt that Alibaba was a safe investment because of Charlie Munger. So did anything change? What has happened since he's bought it? And why has he sold off? Or maybe he changed his shares until 9988 Hong Kong shares of Alibaba. Who damn knows? But let's get into it in this video. Before we really get into this video, guys, can you please like this video, subscribe to my channel? I'm always providing you guys with so much new content. So click that like button, click that subscribe button right now. So before we get into this major news about Alibaba stock and its analysis, whatever we're going to be doing in this video, you have to remember, Charlie Munger just stepped down from Daily Journal at 98, man. So that's crazy news in itself. It was kind of unknown. No one knows really why he did it, but he still has say on what happens with the stock portfolio. So we can see that this move is Charlie Munger because he is still the person that runs the stock holdings of Daily Journal as he moved down from the chairman and then put Steven in place, right? And he actually donated 1 million of Daily Journal stock to fund an equity incentive plan there. So Charlie's kind of switching things up. Does that have anything to do with maybe selling off Alibaba? Who knows? And remember, news just came out that JD.com CEO kind of stepped down, Richard. So there's stuff kind of happening in China. We have this zero COVID policy happening in China right now. There's a lot of economic talks in China about what's happening. But Charlie Munger does not invest with macro thoughts, so I highly doubt that any kind of Chinese news is causing him to sell off 50%. A lot of people are saying it's because he's switching his shares over to Hong Kong, 9988. So do you think that's a huge possibility? It could be. You have to actually ask him himself, probably at the next shareholder meeting. That is a huge possibility because remember, there's still a lot of news on delisting. So if Charlie knows that he can switch his shares to Hong Kong, why wouldn't he do that to be more secure? But Charlie Munger just selling off 50% right away? That doesn't even sound like Charlie. Not giving it even a year or 2 years. You know, when Charlie invests in a business, he's looking for 5 to 10 years out. He doesn't care about the price activity or the stock market activity. He doesn't care where the price is. Like, that's not what he's investing in. He's looking straight at the damn business, right? So the business did drop off its earnings. So did the business have a falling out on what he expects from the business going forward? That could be a reason why, because Alibaba didn't have the best quarter, but I do believe that they're actually increasing their moat. They're expanding their moat with the initiatives that they're doing. Man, there's so much to really talk about. People are also talking about margin. He did use margin to buy into Alibaba, so maybe did that have an effect? Because man, Alibaba's share has been crashing like crazy since he's bought it. Remember, he started buying at like what, 220? He started buying around 220, so he's already down like 55%. But you know, he's been averaging down. Maybe his lowest position was like 140, 130, but still, he's taking a big hit and he's on margin. So what kind of effect has that have on Charlie Munger's position in Alibaba? Who really knows? But the move of selling 50% is honestly still shocking. But we as shareholders of Alibaba, we cannot make our decisions based on what Charlie Munger did. I never invested in Alibaba because of Charlie Munger. You can see in my channel, I was buying Alibaba way before Charlie Munger even bought it. I thought it was cheap then, and I still think it's cheap now. Do you guys honestly believe that Baba in 5 years is going to be a smaller company than now? If you believe that, I guess, yes, you should be getting out of the business. You should be getting out of Alibaba. But I believe 5-10 years out, Baba is going to be a bigger company, and that's all I care about. Baba is going to be more profitable, have better margins, growing its revenue, return on capital, buying back shares, doing all that stuff. So I still don't see the negative right now, because who knows what Charlie Munger is thinking about, or his thought process of selling 50%. Maybe I'm hoping that he just switched his shares over, and a lot of people are thinking that is the case. But remember, he did go on margin when it comes to Alibaba. So damn, that could have had a huge effect on how the banks are looking at Alibaba, and maybe they gave him a nice knock on Charlie Munger's door talking about a margin call, man. Give me my money before the stock crashes even more, down to 80, down to 70, down to 60, whatever it is, man. So, man, this is huge news, man. This is huge news, man. Dataroma has it. Charlie Munger selling off 50 damn percent. That's not a small thing. That is huge. But in my opinion, I just don't see him making such a rash decision so soon in his investment journey in Alibaba, unless something critical happened with the company. But I can't think of anything that was super critical happening with the company, because all the Jack Ma stuff happened already, all the Ant Financial stuff happened already. Yes, there has been kind of trends into what is the government doing with the algorithms and how that's going to affect maybe Alibaba. Alibaba losing workers, or they're not hiring as much workers. Still, those things I just don't see as 50% important in my opinion, man. So guys, what are you taking from this? This is huge news. Like, are you selling? Are you buying Alibaba? Are you just holding? Are you so confident in the company? Was your buying decision based on Charlie Munger buying in? And did that give you comfort in holding Alibaba long term? Tell me what it is, guys. Can you please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it, and I'll get back to you in the next video. Peace.